What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy C-Dub, aka Whit, coming at you guys once again with another commentary. And this one is CBR 1 of 7, category 4. And what you're seeing right now is some of the pictures from the crash. All right, let's get right into it. So again, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to click this vid. I ask that if you do not have a YouTube account, I ask that you would go ahead and take the time, pause this video and set up an account, come back and subscribe, set the notification button, and let's do what we do. Hey guys, thank you again for your time. This vid is going to roughly be about 38 minutes long, so I ask that you would get your coffee, I ask that you would get your tea, get your water, get your protein shake, and let's get it in. So right now you see we have just started the race, and the pace is up a little bit actually off the gun, 28 miles an hour, 29 miles an hour. And I'm really enjoying doing these commentaries simply because it allows me to get a more thorough view of these races due to the fact that I have a rear facing camera as well as a front camera. Additionally, I like doing these because you all like me doing these. So right now, as you see, the pace is 31 miles an hour, a totally different character than the Cat 4-5 race, which was pretty much going anywhere between 22 to 23 up to 26 miles an hour. So right now we are in between turns 2 and 3, about to make the turn 3 and progress on a turn 4. So right now you see I'm not really on any wheels, but yet the tempo is still up, 27 miles an hour. My heart rate is 166, which is really good because my max heart rate is 199. Wattage is up and down, currently at just over 400 watts because it's a little bit of a angulating roll here. And so now you see me sitting in on a big orange wheel. And as I even stated in the Cat 4-5 video, if you haven't gone and looked at that, please do so. Please check that video out. That is roughly about 27 minutes long. So not as long as this one, simply because the race is not as long as this one. So right now I'm sitting in between some oranges right now. And I'm good to go. You know, I got my vitamin C, so I'm riding really strong. So no, but I'm riding right here, drafting big orange, and we're making our way through the start finish. So we are now on the second lap. You see a guy going underneath. Again, that is the shortest line. You know, being on the inside, taking these corners, you can take them very, very fast. And yeah, it's the best place to be. So right now I'm sitting, I don't know where I'm sitting. I'm probably top 25 maybe, but I'm just sitting on this wheel because again, being a big guy over 230 pounds is good for me to draft as much and as long as I can, and also keeping my eyes up the road to see what's going on. If you look at my rear view camera, you'll see we're spread out across the road. I mean, the pace has dropped a little bit, but yet we still have roughly 5-6 people wide going through this course. Excuse me. So right now you see I'm just to the left of the big orange guy, and more than likely looking for another wheel to follow, seeing what's moving on, what's going on, and just trying to make my home somewhere safe. Excuse me. Excuse me. So right now, back on his wheel, no one was moving up, no one was making any serious movement. So just tuck back in, don't want to sit in the wind. So again, you see this race right here is up. I mean, like the pace stays going. We're currently at 28, 29 miles an hour, pushing over 300 watts. Now down because I'm coasting. As you see, other people are coasting. And from talking to my coach and talking to people that are reaching out, helping your boy out, there's Dustin right there, the methods to winning, and the black kid on my right. I see him. I know that's a big body, or a bigger body, I would say. So that gives me something that I can possibly maneuver to if I need to. But what I was saying is that I'm learning to keep it spinning. You know, I haven't rolled all week because of what you will see later on in this video, but just resting the body and getting ready for the upcoming CBR number 2 of 7 on February the 3rd. So right now, still just sitting in behind the big orange guy. And if you look at my rear view camera, you see again, we're all, looking at jumping on wheels and just cruising and coasting this right now. Moves are probably happening up the road. If you look up there to the right, you see guys pulling over, you see guys jumping over there, because usually that's how brakes go. They come and they jump to one side of the road and then they just keep it moving. And so guys up front are watching those things and staying engaged in the race. Right now, I'm on Dustin's wheel, and I know I'm in a good spot right here because he's a good rider, a very well and experienced rider. And some of us are getting into racing and riding late in the game. I believe, if he don't mind me saying, but I believe he's just over 40, and he's racing and riding strong. I'm 37, just getting into this thing. I'm still within my first year of racing. So here we go. I'm on another wheel. You see, we're taking that inside line through these turns. And I really like the inside. I see here that not a lot of people are fighting for that. And so I'm willing to take the inside because no one else is really fighting for it. A lot of people like to ride the outside, but I have learned, and I have from watching footage and watching videos, that the outside is not the place to be. So right now, again, just riding this wheel, you see he's taking that gutter very close to the curb, but he came through very safe because it's not bunched up in the turns. So we all can really ride smooth through the turns and nothing be too crazy. I mean, look at the rear view camera again. We're not really pace line here, so the tempo is 23 miles an hour, but everybody's kind of doing their own thing. We're not pace lined out like the Cat 2 or the Cat 3, maybe even the Cat, or more than likely the Cat 1 race, but we're all just on wheels. So of course, and because people up front don't want to be there, but they're doing their part because they're there. And so those of us that have fallen back or further back in the peloton, we are just enjoying the ride. So here I got a big orange on my rear view camera. I think he waved earlier, so hi to you, brother. But yeah, we're just riding here. I'm just sitting on this wheel, just staying tucked in, drafting as much as I can. And you see my heart rate is actually down, which is a great thing. Again, staying on the inside, riding this wheel, stay drafting. And my heart rate is 162. We're going 31 miles an hour. So I'm doing very good with my heart rate. The training that I'm on is phenomenal. We have a serious cyclist going underneath, moving up. And, we got to be mindful of our laps. I believe this race is 40. So this guy, he's going up, and I think I make a move, or I did not make a move because we were coming right into the turn. But after the turn, I go ahead and come back underneath and start to try to get back on his wheel. He made a very expedited move, jumping up right before the turn and then rolling that move through the turn. And so because I wasn't able to react as fast, I had to tuck back in, make it through the turn safely, and then move on up. And hey, whatever the safest way for you to do what it is that you need to get done in your race, I would encourage you to do it. It's not smart to try to go around 16,000 people right in the midst of a turn. If it's not safe, then don't do it. So right now, we're just riding. We're hitting it 25 miles an hour. My heart rate's up just a little bit, 173. And this going through the start finish is a 1% incline. And we're currently about 3.7 miles in. And yeah, we're just going. So we're just going around in circles right now. Not a lot of action going on. And a lot of people are just sitting in. And a lot of us, let's just be honest, we're waiting for that, either the preem laps, we're waiting for the last lap, we're waiting to see if there's going to be any positive breaks that may happen, and then try to jump on that. We're all greedy. What do I mean by that is we're looking to eat off of somebody else's plate, to utilize or expend as little bit of energy as possible so that we can be there at the end for the grand finale. So right now we've just gone through turn number 2 and still just moving slow, it's moving smoothly. Again, the pace is 30. This is the down and the up, so the pace is 30 miles an hour. Again, my heart rate is spectacular. And the reason why I say that about my heart rate is because last year or at least at the beginning of the season last year, my heart rate was easily in the upper 170s to the mid 180s. And when I would get to 184, I would start to plateau in my ability to turn the pedals. You know, I was getting dropped, I was getting DNFs, and I was suffering because simply I was overtrained. But you know, hooking up with, I can call him my friend, I can call him a mentor, and I do call him my coach, Jeffrey Bowens of Allied Racing. He has really taken care of me, and we communicate, and he lets me know that he has my best interest at heart. And for him to do that, we've had to have communications and talk about, you know, what my plans and what my goals are. So I really, really appreciate that. So right now you see it's getting a little tight. The pace is up as we're going up a little bit. The pace is up. Everybody's hammering. Everybody's tucking in. You see that these pace lines, you know, there's 3 pace lines here, but you see that they're also tight one to another because, again, you see I'm moving up. So you see I'm probably maybe top 35 maybe. I think there was over 50 guys in this race. But I'm just sitting on the wheel, just sitting here and just continually getting a feel for this race. I mean, even looking at the rear camera, there's not a lot of moves happening. People are, you know, they're on their hoods. Some people are not even in their drops. So, you know, we're pretty much cruising along, and it's gonna make for a field sprint. And I'm noticing that's how a lot of the criteriums are. They are field sprints. And I got Big Lou right there. I see your brother, Big Lou, on my wheel. In the rear camera with the neighborhood cycling kit on, and good to see you out there, brother. And I'll say this now: Big Lou crashed in the Masters 30 plus 3-4 race, so I pray that you have a speedily recovery, brother. And so right now you see not a lot of moves happening. You see the guy in the white and black kit. He just came underneath, you know, took the inside in the turn. And if you notice, I'm staying inside. I'm not going far to my left. I'm staying on the inside. I'm riding this inside line because it is the shortest line around the course. I mean, even in track and field, if you had lane number 1, you know, normally you would think you actually have the shorter line, but because it is shorter than everybody else, then the starting location for spot number 1 is a little different, especially when going through the turns, as some of you already know that. So right now, just tucking in, sitting on the wheel, and not a lot of stuff going on. Like, I'm really riding this wheel right here. I've been on his wheel for probably about 4 laps now, and if he does something that I can't handle, I jump on another wheel. I see Dustin up there with the nice neon yellow gloves, again with the Methods to Winning kit, black and neon yellow on the left out there. So he's on the outside right now, but he's moving up. So I can't be mad at him for doing that at all. So right now, you see I go underneath the guy wheel I've been sitting on. I'm like, okay, it's time for me to move up. So I go underneath him, time to move up. So I'm moving up now. I know that we're coming up on turn number 2. So I need to start getting my line because people are going to flail out, as you see here, and then they're going to dive bomb back in to the turn. And why do they do that? It's because it's the shortest line through the turn that we have been even taught. If any of you have done the BRP, as you saw me display in the full video of the CBR 107 season opener video, you'll see that at roughly about 6 o'clock, 6:15 in the morning, they have a beginner race program. So if you are watching this video and you've never raced before, or you're a Cat 5, and you've never done the BRP, I really would encourage you to do the BRP, as well as sign up for a Cat 5 race, as well as a 4-5 race, because you could easily leave the day with 3 points, helping you to cat up from Cat 5 to Cat 4. So right now I'm sitting on, there's Lubin to my left with the red Specialized Venge with the black kit and red helmet. I'm on another wheel. I think I rode with, nope, this is a different guy. There was a guy in the 4-5 race that was blacked out like this gentleman right here on my left, probably about my 11 o'clock. And I followed him for a good bit of the way too, because he was just a larger body. But you see there, I was on Big Orange's wheel, jumped off of that, came over the top of him and just trying to move up. You know, it's tight in here, moving up, and we're currently about 14 minutes into the vid, so just over halfway. So trying to move up, and you see the tempo is not letting up. I mean, we're at 27 miles an hour. Everybody's moving. There's Wes right there with the big orange on, with the neon green socks and the nice, I believe they're Victoria cleats, the orange and black Victoria cleats. Them things are nice. But there's Wes. It's good to see you in the race, brother. And I really like coming to these races. It's almost like family reunions. The more people you meet, you know, the more friendships that are made, and it really makes for a great event. Also, if you've never come out to a race, I ask that you would look at CaliforniaBicycleRacing.org and come out for a race. You know, there's 7 of these races in Carson and or Dominguez Hills. This one specifically in Dominguez Hills. I ask that you would come out and check out one of these races, and they're all day long from, you know, 6:15 all the way to 3 o'clock p.m. So come out and have a good time. So we got some people making some moves underneath. I'm sitting in the middle of the pack, and I was advised to get out of there. You just saw that guy with the white jersey, black kit, kind of chopped that corner right there. And that was very, very sketchy. He pointed to the guy up in front of him. I guess that made him do what he did. But again, this is why I encourage you as a listener and viewer, if you're doing these races, to ride the inside. Of course, everybody can't be on the inside, but I would encourage you to see if that line is open and get there. So right now I'm sitting on this CMU guy's wheel, and from some research, this guy is 19 years old, so he's got a lot of riding ahead of him, and I'm jealous. I wish I was riding my bike like this at 19. When I was 19 years old, I wasn't looking at riding no bike. I was trying to get a car so I can run the streets. But you know what? Now that I'm older and I'm wiser, I'm actually very happy to have been introduced to cycling, and then specifically bicycle racing. So also, if you're watching this video, I'll give a shout out now again to Bicycle Magazine for displaying bicycles to me when I was in Fallujah, Iraq, as a military member. So again, I go underneath just to go up a little bit and keeping my eyes up front. I know we're coming up on a turn. So I'm kind of taking it inside. I'm out in the wind a little bit, but it's worth it for me to move up. I know we're coming up on the turn, and you see I'm passing a lot of people here, and I'm taking this turn. Took it very, very nice. Nobody's on my wheel, but I moved up probably a good 15 spots right there. So now I can see the head of the peloton. I can see what's going on up there. Not a lot's happening. Trying to find a wheel, because we got people scattered here. We got Wes on my wheel. We got the CMU guy on my wheel. We got Big Lou back there in the rear view camera. And this kit right here with this green jersey and the navy blue camouflage bibs, I remember racing with him, I believe, in the upgrade series, probably CBR 1 upgrade or 3 upgrade. But I remember sitting on his wheel some of that as well. And if you want to challenge me on that, I ask that you would go and look at those videos to see if I'm right or wrong. And if I'm wrong or right, leave me a comment down below. Help your boy out, because my memory's going bad. No, I'm just joking. So right now I'm trying to figure out which wheel I'm going to sit on to see who's going to make a move up. But again, understanding that the guy with the camouflage, he's got the lesser line because he's inside, but yet these guys right here are moving. So of course I'm getting pinched right here, so I pull back because it's the safest thing to do, and then I try to accelerate to get back on this wheel, which I do. So I get on it, and I have Wes in the camera right now. We just went through the start finish again, and again just trying to stay connected to these guys. And as I mentioned in the other video, that I have to really work on staying connected to wheels ahead of me. These guys are smaller, they're lighter, and they're a little bit more they can jump a lot better than I can because they're lighter. I got Wes right there on the rear camera, just to the left of the rear camera. Now he's on my wheel. So these guys can jump a lot faster than I can. So I have to be ready for that. And there's Rocket Rocha on the far left with the orange and yellow LA Sprint with the PRT Stormtrooper kit on. So he's up there right now. So again, I'm still a little close to the front. We got a little bit of breakaways going on. Guys moving up, trying to shut that down. There's Lubin going up. Again, I got Big Orange on the wheel. And so I'm trying to stay connected right here. We're going 32 miles an hour. My heart rate's 165, 166, which is still really good to be going as fast as we're going. So you see here the pace, we're pace line now. So you see it's flailing out, and right behind me, it's not really pace line. They're still kind of scattered out a little bit. Everybody's riding their own lines. But you see here in front of me, people are out of the saddle. And I think this is probably a preem lap. So the guy's wheel I was on, he goes underneath and goes for it. I say nope. So I'm waiting to see if any movement goes. Alex goes. I was just informed that this guy right here is Alex, riding for FLX Racing. Thanks, Wes, for that information. And so I jump on Alex's wheel. We're going 29 miles an hour. Lubin pulls off. Alex is still hammering. We take that inside line. I'm on his wheel. I go underneath. I was going to go for it, but I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I really do, not sometimes. When I'm in these situations, I hesitate. And I believe this is Larry coming underneath. There Larry goes for the preem. And I believe he may get it at the end because the other guy thought he had it. So Larry just snagged that preem. I think it was a $50 preem. I set up because I have to remember that there's more racing to be done. So right now you see my heart rate's elevated. It's at 184. I'm only going 23 miles an hour, but I'm looking to tuck back in. And so we got Wes up there. In the big orange, I got Rocket Rocha on the camera. I went a little wide here because I was sitting on this wheel. So again, just trying to recover. Heart rate's at 171 now, so it's already down 12 beats, and we're going at 28 miles an hour. So you see there's a total flip-flop there. Heart rate went down, miles per hour went up. So right now sitting on a serious cycling wheel. And again, I believe that's Frank up there with the new 2019 LEL factory team kit. It's got it's like white, gray, light blue, dark blue, navy blue. Looks really good. Kit looks really, really good. So right now, just sitting, fine, just holding my line. Again, you see guys up here moving to the left, moving to the right. That's LT. He's pulled over to the right because guys will ride his wheel. There he is right there. He's a very strong rider. So I have this gap and got the Sears guy. These guys are kind of, jumping up. They don't want to let gaps happen. So I just jump right back on the wheel. So right now, I think I have LT, he's underneath me, and so I know he's a strong rider, so and he's my teammate, so I'll let him get in front of me, no problem with that. And I got Alex to my left on the Stork bike, and so I'm just going to try to sit on this wheel right here and ride this. And because I know that Larry, this dude is a phenomenal rider. Like, he just catted up to Cat 3. Congratulations, brother. He got like 3 preems. He got, he's getting medals like crazy. There's Mark Roach up in front on the front left. And the Stormtrooper kit there, Rusty goes with the slow burn kit on. He's going, and he goes around corner number 1 first, causing the tempo to come up just a little bit. Larry is hammering. I'm on his wheel. I'm sitting on his wheel right now. I'm not really thinking about it going anywhere else because I know that if I need to go somewhere, Larry Tanzo, LT, is going to get me there. So right now he pulls outside. I'm not liking being on the outside. There's Rocket Roach on the outside, so I'm looking to get back inside. So I maneuver to get back inside. You can see guys fighting for position in the rear camera, and I'm back up front following these wheels. I've recovered. I'm at 173. We're going 30 miles an hour. I kind of went a little wide on here. That wasn't a good line, but the group came to me, and you see everybody's flailing left and right because guys are pulling off, and dudes are wanting to sit on those wheels. Guys will pull way out like the guy just did, and now he's making his way to jump back in. So there's a little gap in front of me. He pulls off again. There's a little gap in front of me, and look where I'm at. So I got this guy here. There's a gap in front of him, and I'm up front. I'm up front. I'm out here by myself. So pretty much I'm riding my own line. I know I need to go inside, so I come inside, and I have, I can't remember his name. This guy with the DNA kit, very strong. I think his name is Peter. And then there's LT. LT jumped on the perfect wheel. I should have came out the saddle and jumped on this. But again, my heart rate's at 174, 26, so I let that go. And I let the Peloton come up, and then I try to jump back in right before turn number 4. So take the inside, again, holding my own line. And here is There's West to my left, and I also believe I have a FLX guy to my left as well. I have Big Orange on the wheel, and just making our way up to the start finish again. And right here, I think I'm going to just jump on this wheel, and if it's not moving, I'm going to go around it. But I think it kind of all slows down. I got Irvin back there. I see you with the breakaway cycling kit. He's just now passing me on the left hand side. Well, he's on my left hand side right now. So I'm pretty much in the middle of this peloton, trying to hold down there's Rusty falling back right there. I'm looking to get back inside. So right now I'm in the middle, which is okay, but it's not the best place to be. But so I got a little gap in front of me, but this is a little downhill, so everybody really coasts here. And because I'm a bigger guy, I know that I gain speed really good on the downhill, so I kind of just coasted through with the guy. So now I'm trying to get back to inside. We got Irvin back there in the rear camera. So we're just riding. Everybody's pushing, going 29 miles an hour. And yeah, we're going. My heart rate's down again. It's at 170. We got a green-orange guy going underneath. But again, he knows he's coming up on that turn, so he's going to get into the peloton and make that so that there's a clean turn here at turn number 3 as we progress now to turn number 4. Got a Serious Cyclist guy coming underneath. You see it from the back there. He is right there. I think that's Serious Cycling. I may be wrong on that one. If I am, please excuse me. So I go inside here, which was probably not a good move. I should have went outside, but I saw Rocket Rocha, so now I'm sitting on Rocket Rocha's wheel. Again, he is a very experienced rider. He is a previous triathlete, very strong guy. Has an engine and can really hold some power. So now I'm back inside. So on this guy with the Castelli kit, I'm just riding his wheel, and I'm gonna ride this right here. Got Rocket Rocha back on the wheel, and so I'm going. My heart rate's up 180. We're going 24 miles an hour, and I'm on the inside again, and that's where I want to be. So I'm happy right now. I'm on the inside. I'm still close to the front. I'm probably top 20 right now, 25, taking inside lines. I'm happy with that. So this guy's hammering. He's going. We're passing people. We're getting up there. There's Ron Teller. I believe that's Ron Teller right there. No, that's not Ron. I'm sorry. That's not Ron Teller, because he has he has the new Bontrager shoes that they are yellow, just like those, but that wasn't him. Here comes Rocket Rocha to my right with the PRT Stormtrooper. He's on the inside. He's got his own line, but the guy kind of goes slow through, so Rocket has to watch that guy. But they didn't slow down too much. Still held good position. I got Peter Verth on my wheel. I believe that's his name. I also have West back there. And then the guy that's in the white-red kit with the black helmet and black arm warmers, again, I marked them. There's his teammate right there, all in the rear view camera. I marked those guys from the 4-5 race because they were making some really good and wise moves. And again, it's so amazing being able to watch this video and do this commentary, because I can see where they are now versus being in the race. I can't see behind me. It would be so awesome if in our glasses we could put like a rear view camera to see what's going on behind us, but that probably would be too distracting. But you got, I think that's Frank back there on the right hand side of the rear camera with the white kit. And again, here are the guys with the white and red kits coming up, and some Big Orange from the back. So you see a lot of movement going on. Got LT on the rear camera, and so we're coming up to turn number 4, and I got the guy with the white and red kit on my right. So I let him come on under so I can just jump on his wheel. I see who he is, so I know I'm in a good position now. I know I'm on a good wheel now, and so I'm just going to ride this. And we're roughly at 28 minutes, just about to hit 29 minutes, and we have about 8 minutes to go. So please hang in here with me. I know some people want to fast forward to the end just to get over with, but I ask that you would hang in here with me. So I'm sitting on a good wheel. Again, it's kind of pace line just a little bit. There's Larry Tonzo behind me, LT, PRT's newest Cat 3 member. We got Frank back there, And so right now I'm sitting here, kind of just hovering to the left a little bit, but trying to maintain my outside. So this guy, you see, he's looking for his teammate. If you look in the rear camera, everybody's coming up over the top of us. We're all clustering up again. I'm in the middle, not in a good position. Not in a good. There's Alex to my right with the navy blue and green kit with the green casque helmet. I'm not in a good. There's Lubin going underneath. I'm not in a good place. There's Larry right there in the middle. And I've been told a few different things. And whatever floats your boat, there's a CMU guy to my right up front. I've been told a few different things. It's easier to draft going up the peloton in the middle, but yet doing that, you're more susceptible to get into wrecks. You can go on the outside, but you're going to have to deal with a lot more wind. So, choose your bowl of cereal and enjoy it. That's how I say that. If you want to go up the middle to move up, enjoy it. If you want to go up the outside, may have to work a little bit harder and be a little bit safer, enjoy it. Whatever you got to do to put you where you need to be so that you're happy and you're content, I encourage you to do it. Just be safe doing it, please. So right now we're sitting going 23 miles an hour. My heart rate is really down, which I'm really excited about. 159 at this point in the race. We've been racing for 30 minutes and my heart rate's at 160. So that's really, really good. I came down from 184, I think being the highest at this point in the race, back down to 160, which is really good. So you see me here again. I'm on the right-hand side of this guy. I'm just staying on the inside. Try not to go to the outside. And the guys will be coming on my right to go underneath me. I'm fine with that. Now, I could have jumped on that wheel right there. That probably would have been a good wheel to jump on. But sometimes I try to watch body language to see how much of an effort a person's really going to put in to make a move. So I go underneath. I follow this guy. And I remember before he actually chopped up the road, and like he's doing now. He's strong. So I let that go. And then I jump on. Okay, I'm up front again. And so Peter right here, he got mad at me because I didn't stay on that. And I didn't stay on it as he just kind of flailed his hand. I didn't stay on it because I knew somebody like this was going to close it. I'm not going to work any harder than I have to, especially knowing that we're going to be able to get right here on it now. And then I would have been up there where he is. And now, he's going to be looking for me to help, pull and do all this other stuff. Nope. I'm going to fall off of that. I'm going to let you close it down. And I'm going to then jump on what best suits me. Because look, my heart rate's at 158 and I'm right here with everybody. You didn't make any more of an advance for getting mad at me for having to close that down than me doing what I did. So you could have been right here behind me, would have been right in the same spot. So all is well. Guy got his hand up, must have a flat or a mechanical, something's going on. But I got West in the rear view camera. So again, I'm in the middle of the group because they're flailing to the left, flailing to the right. So I hold my line here, knowing that it's going to come together again. I got guys going underneath me. You see, look at the rear view camera. We're all over the road. Everybody, this whole road is taken up with cyclists everywhere, even up in front of me. We're about 8 riders deep, like on this road versus being pelotoned up or place lined up. We're 8 riders deep. So right now I'm in the middle again, not on any specific wheel, trying to find where we're going to go. You see the peloton split again, guys to the left, guys to the right. And so this was happening from what I was hearing all day, in all the different categories, which really makes for a more dangerous ride because when we come back together again, guys are dropping back and guys are advancing up, and there's so much going on that really makes it havoc. So this big orange guy kind of gestures that he's going to come, wanted to come in, but I didn't really slow down or anything, but we just continued doing what we were doing, and he was able to get in front of me. So of course he's there, and now I have a wheel that I can just sit on. There's Ron Tello in my rear view camera now. So you see, as you said, I was telling you, he has the those bright yellow Bonchagers with the nice black and yellow helmet on. So Ron Tello is behind me. He's actually behind the guy with the red and white kit. That team is a good little quick reacting team right there. So Ron Tello's back there. Got Big Orange coming underneath. He's trying to come up So he's just cruising right now. So right now I'm sitting on this wheel. I know we're coming to the turn again, so I'm just going to hold my inside position. We get somebody coming underneath, kind of dive bomb in that corner, but I just hold my underneath spot. I know nobody's really going to try it. Very few people will try it, as you just saw. But I realize, and I'm learning, just hold your territory, hold your ground. And so we got guys going underneath. We got guys going on the outside. There's Rusty right there with the slow burn, the black slow burn kit. I jump on his wheel. I know he's a strong rider. That puts me underneath, puts me on the inside. I'm happy. So I go underneath. I advance probably 5 or 6 riders. They braked or did something there. So I just kind of came off that and went inside. So right now I'm on Irvin's wheel. And I say all these guys are strong riders because from my experience, they are. You know, from what I've seen, from what I've experienced, these guys are strong. And I'm not saying everybody I ride with is strong, but a lot of these guys are strong. So we're coming up to I believe we're on the last lap here because we're at 35 minutes, and it was a really close call going through the start finish. And so I'm sitting here next to this. I just got pinched out between the guy in the white and red kit as well as the big orange kit, which I now know that his name is Toyota. And I know his name because what's going to happen here just after turn number 3. There's Peter Verth falling back. You know, he's strong. That guy's a really strong rider. He really is. So I give him his props. He's done breakaways and done different things. You know, so I commend him. So right now I'm sitting inside and I'm just watching this team. Like I told you earlier, I'm watching the team and I got this big orange guy, Toyota, on my left. So he's testing me with this wheel right here because we're really close, and I'm sitting on this wheel. They accelerate. Their teammate, the guy in the red and black kit, pats his butt. His teammate jumps on. He accelerates up. Now I'm accelerating up, and look what happens. We're connected. Down goes Holyfield. Your boy C-Dub and Toyota crash. So I bruised my knee. Roll rash on the knee, roll rash on my right shoulder. And I also hit my head or something, cracked my helmet, my Zero Sin helmet, also scratched up my glasses. All that was at the beginning of the video. And your boy C-Dub is down. I'm down, so I'm waiting. They tell me don't get up. So I stay here. And so my race was over. And ultimately, I want to let you guys know now, I was very, very frustrated with this because I wanted to place well in this race. Being a Cat 4 race, I wanted to place well. I'm very competitive. And you see the sheriff there in the rear view camera. You see I believe the race, I want to say commissioner or something, I'm not sure, the one that rides the motorcycle. He's there. And they're just watching out for me. They're telling me just to calm down, relax. I knew I was fine. I didn't feel anything weird except for just the stinging of the road rash. And at the same time, I'm frustrated. I'm upset because your boy is down. And so myself and Toyota from Big Orange, we both went down. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. On to the next one with your boy C-Dub, a.k.a. Whit. Peace.